Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on the Big Memo Man channel. In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to implement a basic reload and ammo system into Unity. This is the third part of my 5-part Shooting with Raycast Unity series. I will link the other videos in a playlist down below. The playlist is of all of my tutorials that I've made in 2025 thus far. You are welcome to watch any of them and like them and subscribe, that would be greatly appreciated. I don't think I've mentioned that in any of my videos yet, but it would be very greatly appreciated if you could subscribe and like to my channel. So what you want to do now is, when you're in the game, if you have a scene set up like this, like we've set up in the previous tutorials, we want to head over to the pistol to rifle script. It doesn't really matter which script you go to, because we're going to be copying over the same elements to each script. So in my case, I'm going to open up the rifle script, double click to open up in Visual Studio, and then what we want to do is we actually need a canvas element to display our ammo count, so we can't just see it in the inspector, we also need to be able to see that visual feedback in game of losing ammo and gaining ammo. So what we're going to do is create a new public text mesh pro, which is the text system that Unity uses. Text mesh pro UGUI, I'm going to call it ammo text, and then with a lowercase a and a capital T, I'm going to go public integer, which is a whole number, I'm going to call it ammo, and then a public integer ammo max. Oh, rather max ammo. Now the max ammo is what our ammo is going to be set to upon startup and when reloading. Okay, so ammo is equal to max ammo upon start of the game in the start function. Now what we're going to do now is, in the firing, we want to make it so that if we don't have less than 0 bullets we can't fire. So if we have less than 0 bullets we can't fire, or if we have 0 bullets that we can't fire. So we're going to type in AND with a double AND symbol, and then ammo not equal to 0. This just makes it so that we can fire when the ammo is above 0, and if it is equal to 0 we can no longer fire. And we also want to get rid of ammo when we shoot. So ammo minus equals 1 when we call the shoot function. Now we want to actually be able to reload the weapon. So what we're going to do is create a new if statement, like we did before for the shooting. If, 2 brackets, input with a capital I, dot get key down, because Unity doesn't have the input in the input manager for the R key. So we're going to do get key down, and rather than putting it in quotations, we're just going to type keycode dot R, and this is just the R key on your keyboard. So we're going to end that off with 2 curly brackets, and then we're going to call a function, which we're going to create in a minute, called reload. And reload will simply change our ammo to our max ammo. So we're going to go underneath the shoot function, we're going to do void reload. And we're going to close it off with 2 curly brackets. And then in the reload function, we're going to set the ammo, the current ammo, equal to the max ammo. We've actually just implemented all of the core of the ammo system. But what we want to do now is we want to make it so we have visual feedback. We have told the inspector that we need the text component to assign it to the... We actually haven't told it to assign it to the ammo integer. So what we're going to do now is go over to the update function, and we're going to set the ammo text dot text function equal to ammo dot toString. Now toString is simply converting it from a integer to a string. And a string is a sequence of numbers or letters which can be displayed on a screen on a computer. So what we're going to do now is that now that we've created that, click Ctrl and S on our keyboard and head back over to Unity. Now when we're back in Unity, we actually need to create a canvas element to represent our ammo. So I'm going to go over to the hierarchy, right click, click Create UI, Text Mesh Pro. And then it is going to ask you if you want to import the TMP Essentials. You want to click on OK. Now, you don't need to import the TMP examples and extras, although you are very free to go and explore them. So now that we've created a new text element, we want to head over to the scene. And now to see the canvas, we want to click on the 2D button up here. Then we want to zoom out, and then we want to click on the text and click F to focus on it. Now, as you can see, the text is in the middle of our screen, but it is white and we can barely see it. So I'm going to set it to, I'm going to call this one the ammo. This is just going to be called ammo, with a colon at the end of it. I'm going to increase the size of it, and then I'm going to change the color from white to black so we can see it on our white background. I'm going to change the alignment, and then I'm going to put it in the corner, like so. I'm actually going to move it over to this corner, like so, and then I'm going to call this ammo text, and then I'm going to copy and paste this element and drag it under the parent ammo text. I'm going to call this ammo count, and I'm just going to get the transform tool, move it over here, and I'm going to set this to 0, like so. And then we want to head over to our rifle game object, and then assign the ammo count to the ammo text. Then we want to set the max ammo to something like 30, and then we want to click on play. Now once we're actually in the game, as you can see I can move around, and then when we fire, it lowers the ammo count by 1, and if I hold down the button, it will continuously lower the ammo count. I'm going to change the fire rate from something like 0.5 to 0.2, and now it fires a lot quicker, and we lose ammo a lot quicker. Okay, now when we press R, it sets our ammo to 30. Now if we keep on firing, it will not progress past 0. As you can see, I'm trying to click, hear that? Trying to click, and it won't fire because our ammo is equal to 0. So what we're going to do is we're going to copy this over to the pistol script. I'm going to speed up this, but I'm not going to speed it up by much, so you can still follow it. If you want, you can watch the video in slow motion, which may help. Okay, now that we've finished up the script, what we want to do is go back to Unity, and you want to assign the pistol, the text mesh pro UGUI, and then you want to set a max ammo mount. I've set mine to 8. So what you want to do now is you want to click on play, and we want to see this in action. Now as you can see, I could fire my weapon, and once it hits 0, it will no longer work. I'm going to change the fire rate to something like 0.1, then when we fire, we go down. And then when we hit 0, we can no longer fire. So if I start hitting, you can hear that? I can't fire. So I'm going to switch over, I'm going to reload, I'm going to switch over to the pistol, and then when I shoot, the gun shoots, and it minuses the ammo. And then now I can no longer fire because my ammo is equal to 0, and then when I click R, my ammo is now equal to 8. Those are the basics of a simple reloading system in Unity. You can easily tie this to animation by going back over to the script and then playing an animation when you reload the weapon. So, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.